Hey guys, welcome to the front row. We are here again at Universal Studios Orlando Resort, and if you can tell by my mask, there is a reason that we're here. Super excited. The third final room for the tribute store has been opened. It is showtime. Spot that was closed last time in the tribute store, and we're going in. Oh my god.
Hi guys.
This is dope.
Just so you guys know, your next room is going to be a case line where you can purchase different food items. If you don't want to do that, we can skip that and go straight to our Beetlejuice Rooms. Just let me know when you get down here.
Oh, that's so cool.
Don't lose our stuff.
Don't break your stuff.
Case line, or did you want to go?
It's up to you.
Did you want to?
No, not really.
Hi guys.
Oh my goodness, this is like the attic at the Dietz's house.
It's a phone cover.
And then they drew the door on the wall to go into the Netherworld. Did I say Neverworld? Never mind. Oh, this is so cool. Yeah, it's like the model.
You're working with a professional here!
That's so cool. I'm so super bummed we're not going to get this house this year, but next year for sure. It's a shame that they had to just wait though. Super cool. And then they have the checkout line. It's like the Netherworld DMV thing. Diagon Alley now is pretty busy. It's normal busy here. Off-camera child wanted to go get a shirt, a couple of shirts that she's been saving up money to get, and we are currently in Diagon Alley looking for a shirt for her. Hopefully they have the one she wants, because she did save up her own money for it, so she's very excited. But yeah, how about that friggin' tribute store, guys? That's crazy. One of these days, before the end of the season, I'm gonna go through and try to peek out and piecemeal all the little Easter eggs and stuff like that. If you see something while you're watching it, put it in the comments. Say something. I do want to comment on my last SeaWorld video. It's not normally something I do. But yeah, I was being negative. I was probably a little heated. I stand by everything I said, but I guess it's up to everybody's opinion. I do stand by the fact that when I went, it was horrendous, and I did not have a good time, and I did not feel safe. I do stand by that, but to each their own, I guess. We're here at Universal Studios. Super fun, super safe. Not even a moment do I feel unsafe here. It's so much better at the bigger parks, I think. At least the bigger parks have more of a stake in the game, I should say. We'll wander around, see if I can't find off-camera child the shirt she wants. Holy moly, there's a line for Ollivanders. I haven't seen that in almost a year. Yeah, that's the line for Ollivanders. Theme parks, at least as of right now, are kind of booming, which is really cool, and I'm really happy to see it. But let us go into, what is this? We're gonna go into the store here, see if we can't find a shirt for off-camera. Good news, they had it in her size. She's very happy, very excited now. It's just a plain yellow shirt, says Hufflepuff Quidditch on it. If I think about it, I'll throw a picture in right here. Throw a picture in right here somewhere. If I think about it, show you guys what it looks like. We do a little lap here, kind of see what's going on. It looks like Springfield's fairly quiet from across the lake over there. And a black 30-minute wait. It's not too bad, but it's showing that the summer crowd we should have got, I don't know, a month and a half ago is like finally here now. So I don't know. Hopefully, you know, this kind of mellows out a little bit. Last 2 times I've been here, last 2 weekends have been pretty busy, pretty crazy. But like I said, I feel safe here. I have witnessed many people today walking around without their mask on for, I don't know, 15 feet before a Universal cast member stops them and reminds them that they have to wear their mask, and if they're eating, they have to stand to the side and stuff. So I feel super safe here. I feel like the Universal cast members actually are not afraid to go up to guests who are not wearing their mask and make sure that they're wearing them. So good on you, Universal. Yeah, kind of crowded here through Springfield. Old Bumblebee Man tacos. The comic book guy's comic book shop is actually the restroom, as you can see right there. Kind of cool. I have yet to try Bumblebee Man tacos though, but everyone that tries them says they're pretty good, so I'd like to try them eventually. Central Park here, going into Sunset where Bourne and stuff is. There really isn't too many people hanging out right here, which is really cool, so that's a positive. Kind of get some elbow room in this little space. If you're looking for elbow room, come to the back of the park where like ET is and stuff, because there's not too much back here, so there's less people back here. If you look behind me, that crepe stand, oh my god, it smells so good. That crepe stand is open now. Maybe the next time we're here, we are going to stand in line and get some crepes. But if you can see behind me, all of those people there, that's the line for the crepe stand. I'm not standing in line for, oh look at that, that's just for crepes. Now granted, everything I've seen, they look delicious. Just maybe not willing to wait 35 minutes for lunch. So that doesn't work out for me today, but that's fine. Busy it is. This is the Hello Kitty store, right next to the Hello Kitty store. If you know, since we're in a Horror Nights mood, this was the entrance for Killer Clowns. Currently, that's the queue for Shrek. It goes all the way back through. I'm pretty sure they're using both theaters or something right now. Like it's pretty busy here today. Pretty busy. But again, we use this as an opportunity to come and ride our 1 or 2 favorite rides. Hagrid, got our virtual queue for Hagrid just barely today, but we got it. And kind of walk around and exercise. This, especially since everything's been locked down and living in Central Florida, it's just so much easier to get out and walk around here because I know that it's not like technically public. So I understand that the people who work here are actually going to try to enforce masks and make sure, as opposed to going to a public park and walking around and not knowing if somebody's actually going to behave themselves. So that's why we come here. Well, we're going to go over to Islands, take a peek over there, get on Hagrid, and probably head out. See you on the other side.
Required while you are here on Universal Orlando property. They are also required for entry. But we get it. It's hot. And sometimes it's uncomfortable. So we do have those U-rest areas, those designated areas do a face covering, but we do only remove your face covering when you do. Good news though, the whole person is really close. If you can look at them, keep going,
We luckily do not have to wait in all this line. They have opened the annual pass holder line over there because they're doing buy a day, get the rest of the year for free for Florida residents, which really devalued the annual pass holders. So what they've done is give each one of the annual pass holder Premier Pass, the preferred, not the preferred, but the Premier. We are now given one free guest ticket from now to the end of the year, which I guess is cool. It makes up for the fact that we don't get a Horror Nights ticket, but see you guys on the other side. Yeah, right through. We maybe waited 45 seconds to get into the park with the annual pass holder line, so that's pretty good because the rest of the people back there standing in line are good. It's going to be 15 minutes, 20 minutes before they're even in the park, so love the Universal Orlando annual pass holder line. That should be permanent. Should be permanent. Going into Seuss Landing, the crowd's not too bad, so that's awesome. It's kind of a mixed bag, I guess, with the busy days. I like that it's busy because then, you know, it makes me feel like it's a new form of, like we're kind of getting back to normal a little bit. But again, I miss not being able to, not having to stand in line for stuff. Oh well. Oh, the other thing they did for preferred pass holders is we usually get Express every day after 4 p.m. Now they're doing every day after 2 p.m. Another one of those things they changed because they were giving the locals such a good deal. So it's just a little bit of extra time that we get to play with Express. Alright, Cat in a Hat is a 5-minute wait. So yeah, 5-minute wait. Gotta love Cat in a Hat. If for no other reason, it's a 3.5-minute break from the obnoxious heat in Central Florida. They have the air conditioning in there always turned down to like 40 degrees. Frigid in there. But it's really nice when it's super hot outside. First time I've seen this since we've been back. Oh, this is the first time in a while that this has been open. So cool. Circus McGurkus is open. Coming out through what is it, Lost Continent now. Kind of busy in here, but you know, I expected busy to begin with based off what we saw earlier throughout the day as far as like parking and stuff. So it's a busy day. It is Saturday, so expect that. Expect at least a little bit of busy. I'm gonna walk through here though, and I guess go through Hogsmeade, maybe into Jurassic Park, sit down, take a break for a second, see what we're doing from there. One drawback, I wish Hagrid was only virtual queue 100% of the time, but one of the only drawbacks of that is that because they have these barricades up for Hagrid, tends to be a little bit of a cluster getting into Hogsmeade. But more or less, once you get past that first section over by the old Sinbad Theater, there's a little bit more room to move around. I mean, it's nothing crazy. You know, I can't do cartwheels in here, but at least I can breathe a little bit. This is definitely more Hogsmeade-esque. And if you have been here, you can see and know that. This is much more like what I was used to seeing beforehand. The 3 broomsticks there, and if you look, there's a line all the way down the side of the building here, almost to the restrooms there, to get into the 3 broomsticks. That's become more and more common. Even before, well, I guess before the pandemic, people didn't need to like separate as far and stuff, but that's the first time I've seen a line like that. But yeah, normal crowds. But again, everybody seems to be behaving, so it's not too bad. Journey line is I think it's at 70 minutes. There's the castle. Line comes all the way around front. The line starts here for Forbidden Journey. That is, oh no, this is always my least favorite part. Hold your breath. Okay, it's not that bad. Not that bad. We were able to get through there. But because they're so busy, they have the Forbidden Journey line way out here. And if you've ever ridden Forbidden Journey, you know that the queue inside the castle is enormously long. I think they've got a queue that will fit 4 hours in there. But because social distancing and stuff like that, they can't pack it in like they normally can. So what would normally very easily fit inside the castle isn't even close to fitting inside the castle right now. Like I said, there's probably about 3 to 4 hours of queue in the castle if they packed everybody in the way that they usually do. So they're really separating and spreading people out. So that's good, at least. Jurassic Park, the new roller coaster is looking great. I should be here Monday afternoon after Off-Camera Child gets out of school, and definitely do a full update on what's new there. But today we're just kind of wandering around. Like I said, Saturday is exercise day. It's get out, walk. We're usually between the 2 parks. We'll walk, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles. So it's very common. It's fairly easy when you're walking around the park to do so as well, because, you know, it's exciting. There are things happening all over the place. So, I mean, it beats walking around in circles at the park, like I said. So, cannot hate on that. That's why I love Universal Studios. We were walking through Toon Lagoon, and there was a large group, I don't know, 9 adults, standing in a circle in the middle of the walkway with masks off. Not on, not chin strap, not below their nose, in their hand. Off. We saw a cast member, informed them that they were not wearing their masks, and immediately, within my eyesight, he went over and informed them they need to wear a mask. That did not happen when we were at SeaWorld. We were told essentially there's nothing that they can do. We were told that we were SOL at SeaWorld. Whereas here, they listened to our concern, saw that somebody was not following directions and following the rules, and did something about it. Thank you, Universal. Here at the U-Rest station, at a port of entry. Hey, come here, come here.
No, I'm not.
See? That's the shirt she got. It's the Hufflepuff Quidditch team captain. Pretty cool shirt. That's the one she wanted. But it is very busy today. Very, very busy. But again, there's something about Universal's, the way, this is what it is. There's actual mask enforcement here. Everybody else is cool. Like, they do the hand sanitizing and the sanitizing the rides. That's all fine. But for me, the single thing that puts me at ease more than anything else is just making sure everyone's wearing their facial covering. This is what makes me feel safe, along with the hand sanitizing and the social distancing. But this is a big thing. Universal enforces it. We got about a half hour or so before our Hagrid ride. So we're just kind of chilling, hanging out. There's Poseidon's Fury behind us. Still closed, temporarily. I do predict that a lot of those closed attractions are going to be reopening up here very soon. Mainly because the crowds. They closed them because they didn't have the crowds for them. And I wouldn't say that it's the busiest I've ever seen it. I've seen it pretty busy here. But the crowds have really started to pick up. The summer crowds that we should have gotten, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, are coming in now, which is nice. It's kind of odd because usually as a local, when the kids go back to school, even if you were to come on the weekends, the crowd levels tend to be diminished. They've been diminished up until the kids have started school or the weekend before, because as of late it's been very, very busy. But again, good news for old guy Poseidon behind us, because with these crowds, they're gonna have to open that thing up just to help with the congestion in the streets, give something else for them to do. Same thing with Fast and the Furious on the other side. Eventually, soon here, they're gonna have to open it up because there's just not enough. They need to help with the crowd control, which isn't unmanageable right now. It's just still getting used to being in a busy place. We are outside, so that's nice, but a lot of it's just mental for me, getting reacclimated to life in the public theme park specter. So, Camera Child even bought these little peppermint toads. Hold on. Can you see it? You see it? Little peppermint toad. Ugh. Let's give it a shot. Mmm. Wow. That's really good. I mean, you have to like peppermint and chocolate. It tastes like a really nice, fancy Andes bar. It's very good. It's tradition. Standing in line at Hagrid, just climbed through at 1:31. We'll see how long the line has been. Usually it's not too bad, but it's busy today. It is 2:21. About 50 minutes in line. That's about as long as I'm willing to wait for this ride. Any longer than that, and I've done it. But that's about as long as I'm willing to wait. But still, well worth the ride. Off-camera wife, off-camera child got their first front row rides today. I can't recommend enough. The ride is entirely different in the front row. Absolutely where you need to be. But you have no control over it, so I shouldn't even be telling you that. They put you in a specific row. But if you do get a front row, look forward to a phenomenal ride if everything's working. A phenomenal ride, because up front it feels like you're alone. You're not on this big train of motorcycles. It's just you and your sidecar. It's very exciting up front. But we're gonna go get our stuff out of the locker. We think we're gonna head out because off-camera wife still has to work tonight, and burning the candle at both ends. La la la. That was it. That was our day at Universal Orlando Resort. Really, really fun. Super psyched about the Beetlejuice stuff. Going to come back. Probably they have a shirt that's very similar. I'm gonna get that. And some glasses for Horror Nights and stuff. It's really a lot of really cool stuff. But remember, be kind to one another. In the front row, it's always worth the wait.